The IS300, I ended up having to change, see if I can show you here. This hose right here ended up leaking. It was kind of kinked and broken, like about where the little stub on the end on that piece. It was broken up and it was leaking pretty bad, so I had to replace that thing too. And I may have to zip tie the actual plug down. That clip's broke. And maybe zip tie them out of the way too. But yeah, so I had to get back into this thing and finish that. Yeah, so I ran the Honda Odyssey van a little bit today. I charged it, got the battery charged on it. I'm gonna try to, it's a finance car, so I'll try to clean it up. I seen the trick. What the deal is on the driver's window rolls up and down, but none of the other ones do. Well, they click, they make a noise. Well, I watched a video and a guy said that you can jump a wire there and it'll make the rest of them roll up or whatever. And if it does, then the relay is bad or something like that. So, but the driver one still rolls up and down and the sunroof opens. And I had left the sunroof open and it's full of water. So, and it smells funny. So I ran that thing a while, had to move the Civic out to get to this. The Civic's got a power steering issue. I think the power steering belt might be loose. And it actually was low on fluid, so I'll have to check into that one too. Another power steering issue. And I fooled with the S14 just a little bit. I've got to find some tape. I bought some. I don't know what I've done with it. But I'm going to tape off. I found the plastic. Little roll of plastic. But I got to tape off all the holes and all the stuff down here. And then cover the top piece here, so that way I don't get all the white paint on it, and then I'm gonna have to start taping up the windows and the black parts of the car and making a decision on some stuff here. So I did tinker with it. I've got to find my tape so I can get all that done and figure out, at some point I gotta figure out how to take out the back quarter glass too. So yeah, I don't know what I did with my tape, but either way, I've been going all day, but I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm gonna call it a night. I've been here for a while. I got that hose changed. I got the Honda van started. I ran it for a little bit, made sure it didn't run hot or anything. It probably needs an oil change, maybe low on oil or something too. But I need to check it. This thing, it actually has too much oil, it looks like, but it definitely is dark. It needs to be changed. So I may do that before I get this thing out of here, and I gotta get some taillights still. And I didn't check and see if the battery charged. I may end up having to put a battery or something. Something drained this battery the other day. And my son's Lexus, his IS300, something drained the battery on it today, or the other day. So, cold weather, it does it for sure. But yeah, I think that's it for today. I think I'm gonna call it, and we may film some more tomorrow. I'm getting behind, I know, but it's everything I can do to keep going here. But all right, here we go. All right, everybody, welcome to the channel. Got lined up, went to Tune Up, the Manly Salon. If you hadn't heard of those guys, you need to check into it. Frank, appreciate everything, man. I'm not sponsored by Tune Up or anything. They're just really good people, and at least not sponsored yet. We'll see where that goes. But Frank and Jeanette, the owners, man, they do great, which that's just a franchise that's local to me, but either way, those guys do great. The people that cut and do my beard and stuff, yeah, they always do great. I've not had a bad haircut, and I've not had any issues with the beard or anything like that. So if you hadn't checked into Tune Up, if you got one in your area, you need to look into it. So I just wanted to give a shout out to those guys, because they always line it up pretty good. My hair, I always wear a hat, so that's a mess. But it looked a lot better yesterday when they had it fixed up. So yeah, me and my son, for my son's birthday, we went out and got our hair cut, and we ordered up a bunch of Mexican food and sat around and watched played video games and watched movies and that type of thing. So yeah, so that's what my son and I did for his birthday. We hung out and piled around. So all right, anyway, on to the next project. We do have the S14 back in here. I'm going to pull the 1J out, and I'm just going to put a stock 2J back in it, and the 1J I'm getting it ready to go into the S13. So that's going to be the project at hand. Probably this episode will be just kind of disassembling the 1J, getting it prepared. I may set it out. I doubt I will today, but you'll at least get to see the disassembly of the S14 again. Second time I've took a motor out, this will be. But yeah, I've got a stock 2JZ Vvti that's going to go back in this. I'm not 100% sure on what transmission just yet. I'm still debating that part, so I really don't know. And it'll be a while before the S13 gets the 1J. Still got to do a lot to it, and valve cover gaskets and seals and a couple other things I probably want to do before we get there. So, but it's Vvti. So, yeah. All right, that's what we're working on. All right, here we go. All right, as you can see, we're back at it again. The old S14. I've already went ahead and started pulling a few things loose. I've not really got into it just yet. I got some of the turbo parts off, some of the wiring I've pulled back. The harness I started disconnecting where the ECU goes. Pulled the intercooler piping loose. I'm just going to do a few things up top, and then we will raise it up and start working on underneath the car and pull the drive shaft. I need to see if the drive shaft will actually fit the W55 transmission. If the yoke actually fits, we may go to the W55. I don't know just yet what we're going to do, but all right, here we go. All right, so what's going on is when I put this drive shaft in the 240, I had to change this yoke. It's a 1310 to match the Chevrolet style, the rear tail shaft of the transmission. So that had to be swapped. Well, this come out of the 240. The drive shaft itself. Well, this is the yoke that's on it. I dug it out to see if it would fit in the W55, and it will not. So I will have to either try to run the AR5 with this drive shaft again, or I'll have to get a different end for the W series for a, I guess it would be a 2J application. So I would have to change this yoke again, or I can leave that one on it. I would actually have to come up with a different one besides these two, or I can continue to run that drive shaft and go back with the AR5. Which that seems to be the simplest fix. I may be able to get this in R154, and it might, no. I may have to buy it for the W55. Either way, I would have to get a different yoke, change the yoke on the end of the drive shaft, but all this fits. So I would imagine the 2J and the 1J footprint's about the same as far as where the mount goes. So if that's the case, this drive shaft will work. I'll just use the AR5 transmission and continue on. So that's what I was trying to figure out. So we won't be able to use the W55 on this swap. So, all right, here we go. All right, so I went ahead and I took the AR5 out. So the transmission's out. I'll be able to work up here now. Transmission's back there. Already got it out. Start getting the coolant and the radiator and everything out. Got to drain all that. And one thing I hadn't thought about is I actually have to, on this, you have to use a certain type pilot bearing. So I will have to take, I've got stuff all over my face. I have to take the pilot bearing out of the back of this motor. I may have to get another one because I may damage this one getting it out. But I'll have to have a different pilot bearing because I got to run the AR5 in this car. So yeah, so I'm gonna have to order another pilot bearing too. So in the meantime, we'll try to get this motor ready to come out. But all right, here we go.